Have you ever lain awake in the dark, eyes wide in the middle of the night, wondering what woke you? No loud noises, no nightmares, just suddenly up for no reason. The clock might read 1:43 a.m., 2:28 a.m., or even 3 a.m. You've grabbed a few hours of sleep, but it's like your body has a hidden signal, softly tugging you awake. You're not in pain, not worried, just alert. So you lie there, quiet, unable to slide back into rest. As you get older, these moments slip in more often. Some nights you wake once, others it's 2 or 3 times. Your sleep feels broken into bits, and by morning you're tired. Your thoughts fuzzy, even though you thought you slept enough. It's easy to start fretting. Is my health fading? Is this just aging? Am I missing something? But what if I told you those wake-ups aren't meaningless? Would you believe it? Because your body, even as it changes with time, is still trying to speak to you each night. Not with words, but with gentle hints. From your inner rhythms, from changes in how your organs work, from thoughts you haven't fully sorted. Today, we're digging into 7 real reasons why older adults often wake up multiple times at night, and why these aren't signs of a failing body, but messages you can learn to hear. You'll find out what's really pulling you awake, even when the house is still. Small signals you might overlook that point to your deeper health. And most importantly, how to welcome back restful sleep, no matter your age. If you're tired of choppy nights, stay with me to the end. Because once you understand what your body needs, you'll know how to nurture your sleep and yourself in a whole new way. If this feels like it's for you, tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch what's next. And if someone you love comes to mind, share this with them. Reason 1. Lower melatonin levels. When you were younger, sleep came easy. You'd hit the bed, drift off, and wake up feeling great, mind sharp and energy high. But as you age, you notice that's tougher to get. You stick to a bedtime, eat well, avoid screens, yet you're still waking up 2 or 3 times a night. Maybe at 1 a.m., then 3 a.m., then 4:30 a.m. No dreams, no disruptions, just wide awake in the silent dark. Lots of people point the finger at themselves. I'm probably worrying too much. Maybe I dozed too long today. But here's the truth. As you get older, your body goes through quiet changes you might not notice. Those shifts mess with your sleep, making it hard to stay asleep, no matter how much you want it. One big player is melatonin, the hormone that keeps you in deep sleep through the night. In your younger years, your body churned out melatonin every evening, guiding you into solid, restful sleep. But as you age, that supply drops, leaving your sleep unsteady. You might fall asleep fine, but by the middle of the night, there's not enough melatonin to hold you in that warm, deep place. So, you wake up, not from a noise or a thought, but because your body's rhythm isn't as smooth as it once was. It's not just hormones. Organs like your liver, kidneys, or stomach can also spark those surprise wake-ups. Say you ate a big dinner or had it late. Your stomach's still working hard while you're trying to rest. If it's not done, those signals can nudge you awake without you realizing why. Or if your kidneys aren't as strong, you might need to use the bathroom more, breaking your sleep. Even small changes in your blood pressure or heart rate can give your brain a quick jolt. Take Robert, age 72. He thought his sleepless nights were just part of getting older, but a checkup showed minor liver trouble and slight blood sugar spikes at night. Those things, which didn't seem linked to sleep, were why he was up at 1 a.m., then 3 a.m. He started eating lighter dinners earlier, timed his water better, and eased off on sweets. His sleep turned around fast. No more waking every few hours. So, if you're snapping awake at night with no clear cause, think about your body's patterns, your eating habits, your meds, your daily routine. Your body's not giving up. It's just asking for a few tweaks to bring sleep back, so you wake up ready for the day, not drained. Reason 2. A restless mind. Some nights you're exhausted, your body pleading for a break. But when you lie down and shut your eyes, your mind starts wandering. Things from today, memories from way back, even random moments you'd forgotten start playing like a film you didn't choose. You don't mean to linger, but they keep coming. You might doze off for a bit, only to wake up in the dead of night, puzzled why you're up. No noise, no light, no discomfort, just awake. Then your mind jumps right back in and you're lying there, watching the clock tick in silence. Sarah, 68, once messaged her daughter at 12 o'clock a.m. to ask if it was normal to lie awake like that. When her daughter asked if something was bothering her, Sarah paused, then said she wasn't sure. When I get into bed, my thoughts drift. To when my husband passed, to my son's graduation, even to my granddaughter's laugh when she was little. Those memories weren't painful, but they weren't easy either. They'd slip in every night when things got quiet. Many older folks feel this and don't know why. They think they're stressing too much or that it's just what aging does. But there's an explanation. As you age, your days often get calmer. No job to rush to, fewer lunches with friends, less to keep your mind busy. That peace sounds nice, but it leaves your brain more space to sift through thoughts that haven't settled. And it picks the worst time, the middle of the night. Brain researchers say the parts tied to emotions and memories, like the hippocampus, get busier between 1 o'clock a.m. and 3 a.m. in older adults. That's when your mind digs through things left unresolved. Maybe a small concern, something you meant to apologize for, a call you didn't make, or just the stillness of a too quiet house. When your body's resting, your mind's voice gets louder. Here's the catch. The more you try to push those thoughts away or force yourself back to sleep, the more awake you get. Your brain doesn't like being ignored. It just speaks louder. But you don't have to lose this battle. There are simple, everyday ways to calm your mind, letting it rest as much as your body craves. Sarah tried something easy. Before bed, she started jotting a few notes in a journal, like she was talking to herself. What happened that day, what was on her mind, who she wanted to connect with. Nothing long or fancy, just a quick scribble. Over time, those words made her feel heard, lighter. She stopped texting her daughter in the early hours and her sleepless nights started to fade. A study from a Texas university found that writing down your thoughts before bed can really cut down on waking up at night. When you put it on paper, you don't have to carry it in your head anymore. You're telling your brain, I've got this, now relax. You don't need anything complex. A soft tune, a moment of gratitude, or just closing your eyes and breathing slowly can work wonders. The way you breathe, the way you tell yourself tomorrows for sorting things out, that's how you teach your mind it's okay to pause. When you learn to set those thoughts down gently, the night doesn't feel so long. Sleep slips back in, soft and natural. Reason 3. Your body sending signals. Some nights, you wake up not from a dream or a worry, but from something you can't quite pin down. You're not in pain, but you're not fully at ease either. Maybe a dry throat, a heavy stomach, or a faint rumble inside. You shift, get up, use the bathroom, sip some water, then crawl back into bed, but sleep's already gone. Older folks often say with a laugh that age pushes the spring out of your step. But if you look closer, there's more going on. As you age, your organs get a bit more sensitive, not working as smoothly as they used to. Those small shifts can wake you up multiple times at night without a clear reason. Emily, 71, a retired nurse, lives alone in a small house near the city park. She used to sleep soundly, but lately she's been waking up several times a night. Sometimes it's to use the bathroom, sometimes her stomach feels unsettled, sometimes she's just restless. She thought maybe she was hitting the sack too early. But a checkup showed her kidneys and liver were working harder than they should. Those organs, busy filtering blood and clearing toxins at night, can stir you awake with their quiet struggles, even without obvious pain. Lots of people deal with this and don't realize it. Needing to use the bathroom a lot at night is a common sleep breaker for older adults. As kidneys age, they don't hold as much fluid, and the urge to go comes quicker even if you didn't drink much. It's not about gulping down water, it's your body's control system changing. A glass of juice or soup too close to bedtime can send you scrambling at 2 a.m. Another hidden issue is your stomach and digestion. A heavy or late dinner keeps your stomach grinding while you're trying to rest. When you lie down, digestion fights gravity, which can cause mild reflux or bloating, just enough to wake you without a clear cause. Even tiny shifts in your heart rate, blood pressure, or blood sugar, things you hardly feel, can nudge your brain, pulling you out of deep sleep. Your body's not trying to bug you. It's just doing its job, reacting and protecting. A doctor at a Boston medical school said in a study that older adults' organs don't stay quiet like they did when you were younger. Small reactions, like a heart rate wiggle, slow digestion, or blood pressure changes, can disrupt sleep without you noticing. So, if you're waking up often with no obvious cause, your body might need a closer look. After learning this, Emily made some changes. She ate dinner earlier, cut back on drinks after 7 p.m., and avoided rich or spicy foods. She also started regular checkups to monitor her liver and kidneys. In just a month, her nighttime wake-ups dropped sharply. No pills, just listening to her body's rhythm. If you're waking up a lot at night, don't just say it's old age. Ask yourself what your body might be reacting to. Maybe it's a hint to lighten your dinner. Maybe it's time to check your meds. Or maybe your body's saying, I need a bit more attention. When you really hear and respond to those small signals, sleep stops feeling like a fight. Your body's not against you, it's waiting for you to sync with its beat. Reason 4. Shifting daily routines. When you retire, life slows down. No more dashing to work, no alarm clock blaring, no deadlines to chase. You can set your own pace, and that's a gift. But sometimes that freedom can quietly throw off your body's natural rhythm. Maybe you doze off on the couch one afternoon thinking you'll rest for a minute, but wake up when it's almost dark. Some days, you eat dinner early because you've got time, then snack again at 9 p.m. when you're hungry. One night, you're hooked on a show until 11 p.m. Another, you're in bed by 8 p.m. but can't sleep past 12 a.m. These little shifts, piling up day after day, create something you might not notice. Your body's losing track of when it's time to rest. James, 69, embraced a carefree life after retiring from his sales job. Breakfast at 7 a.m. one day, 9 a.m. the next. Up at 5 a.m., some mornings, sleeping until 8 a.m., others. It felt fine to him, but his sleep got worse, waking 2 or 3 times a night, sometimes not dozing off until nearly morning. When his daughter took him to a doctor, nothing serious showed up. All his tests were okay. Then a sleep expert asked a simple question: do you have a regular daily routine? That's when it hit him. His body was missing the steady beat that had kept him sleeping well for years. Scientists call this a mild circadian rhythm glitch, and it's super common as you age. Your body has an internal clock that tells you when to feel sleepy, alert, hungry, or ready to relax. When your habits swing too much, that clock gets confused, struggling to produce melatonin when you need it or hold on to deep sleep. You end up with restless nights, waking easily, and no clue why. One thing people often miss is light. Staying inside too much, especially skipping morning sunlight, starves your body of the natural cues that reset your clock. Then, at night, if you're glued to a screen too long, artificial light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Melatonin doesn't kick in and sleep stays out of reach. So, if you're waking up a bunch at night and your days are all over the place, try setting a gentle routine. Nothing rigid, just keep key times steady, like waking up at the same time, eating meals on schedule, taking a morning walk, avoiding long naps, and turning off screens an hour before bed. When you stick with these, your body remembers how to sleep right, like it did when you were busier. James didn't need pills after sorting out his schedule. He started waking at 6 a.m. Every day, walked around his neighborhood, read the paper, ate breakfast at 7 a.m. Naps stayed short, 20 minutes max. Dinner was early, TV off by 9 p.m. 2 weeks later, his wake-ups nearly vanished. No more tossing at midnight, no more mornings feeling like he hadn't slept. Sleep doesn't just happen, it comes from rhythm. When you rebuild a healthy flow, sleep rolls back in, natural and easy. Reason 5. Feeling alone. Not everyone says it out loud, but many older folks know it deep down. As you age, nights start to feel longer, not because the hours stretch, but because in that stillness you feel an emptiness more clearly. You might have kids, grandkids, a full house, but when the lights go out and everything's quiet, you notice it, the sound of no one there. No one's reaching for you, yet you wake up. No one's calling your name, yet your eyes open. Not from a dream, not from exhaustion, but from a sense that something's missing. Laura, 74, lives with her daughter's family in a lively suburban home. By day, she's busy cooking, tending her flower boxes, helping with chores. From the outside, she seems content. But at night, she often wakes at 3:00 a.m. No pain, just awake. She doesn't turn on the light or move much. She just sits by the window for a bit, then lies back down. She says she thinks about her late husband or times when life felt fuller. Not sad exactly, but not at peace either. Sleep isn't as deep because her heart's not as calm as it used to be. Loneliness doesn't always look like what you'd expect. It's not just living alone, it's feeling like no one really gets you, like there's nothing exciting to wake up for, or no one who listens to your whole story without interrupting. That ache, tucked away during the day, comes alive at night in the quietest moments. Sleep and mental health experts say feeling alone doesn't just mess with your daytime mood, it unravels your rest at night. A California University study found that older adults who feel lonely, even with family around, sleep unevenly, wake at the smallest thing, and stay up longer after each wake-up. The thing is, loneliness doesn't fade just by having people nearby. It lifts when you feel seen, valued, like you matter to someone. And the great part? You don't have to wait for someone else to make that happen. Sometimes, a small step can reconnect you with yourself, and that opens the door to others. Laura started a new habit. Every morning, she texted a friend to say hi or catch up. Once a week, she sent a quick email to her grandson at college, just checking in. At night, she kept a little notebook by her bed, writing one thing she was thankful for that day. Simple stuff at first. The garden looked nice today. Heard a bird singing this morning. But, bit by bit, those notes tied her back to life in a real way. She might still wake at 3:00 a.m., but it doesn't feel so empty anymore. She'd lie there, smile faintly, and ease back to sleep. Sleep didn't always come right away, but calm did. And sometimes that's worth more than a full night's rest. Because sometimes you wake up not because your body's fighting sleep, but because your heart's still looking for something or someone to connect with. When you start talking kindly to yourself, those wakeful moments get softer too. Reason 6. Meds messing with your rest. Here's something easy to miss. Sometimes the pills you take to stay healthy are quietly stealing your sleep. You take your meds on time, every day, right dose. But you're still waking up 2 or 3 times a night. No dreams, no discomfort, just your body switching on. You try to settle back, but sleep's gone. Michael, 66, was used to taking his blood pressure pills, diabetes meds, and a vitamin every day. During the day, he felt fine, ate okay, took walks in the evening. But his sleep kept slipping. Some nights he woke 4 or 5 times, sometimes needing the bathroom, sometimes for no reason at all. He figured it was just aging and tried to deal. But at a checkup, his doctor asked when he took his water pill. After dinner, to keep it simple, he said. The doctor smiled. You're waking yourself up. Truth is, lots of meds older folks take can mess with sleep. Water pills send you to the bathroom at odd hours like 2:00 a.m. Steroids can give you a slight buzz, making it hard to drift off. Some arthritis drugs speed up your heart rate, poking your nervous system. Even certain vitamins, if taken at the wrong time, can leave you wired when you should be winding down. A study in a U.S. sleep journal found that over 60% of older adults with sleep trouble are dealing with side effects from their meds. That means it's not always your body slowing down, it's how your pills or when you take them are clashing with your natural flow. After switching his water pill to mornings and talking to his doctor about timing his other meds, Michael saw a big difference. Same doses, just different hours, and his sleep steadied. From 4 wake-ups, he went to 1. Some nights he slept right through to morning, something he thought was long gone. If you're waking a lot at night, especially if you're on a few meds, don't be shy about asking your doctor or pharmacist if they could be affecting your sleep. And if they are, can you tweak when you take them to line up better with your body? You don't have to stop your meds. Just get to know your body a little better. Notice small clues, like waking up at 3:00 a.m. for no reason, and make changes before it's a habit. Sleep doesn't just happen. It's built from everything you do all day, and sometimes the bottle of pills you grab every morning is where your restless nights start without you even noticing. Reason 7. A sleep space that's off ever lie in bed. Everything calm, no bright lights, yet you can't sleep or keep waking up? You might think it's stress, health, or age, but sometimes it's the room around you, so familiar you don't see how it's tripping you up. Anna, 70, lives alone in a cozy apartment near a quiet street. She's kept the same bed for years, a bedside lamp her late husband gave her, and an old wall clock that ticks softly. She thought it was all fine, but lately she's been waking up multiple times a night. No pain, no big worries, just awake out of nowhere. One night, her son stayed over and pointed out that the clock was kind of loud and streetlights were shining through the blinds. Anna laughed. "I don't even notice it." But that night, her son unplugged the clock, swapped the blinds for curtains, and used a lighter blanket. Anna slept almost until sunrise. As you age, your sleep gets pickier about what's around you. Even faint light, soft sounds, or a room that's too warm or chilly can wake you up. Stuff you used to sleep through can now pull you out of rest. The Sleep Foundation says any light from your phone, TV, or lamp can block melatonin, the hormone that keeps you in deep sleep. Especially bright white or blue light, like from modern bulbs or screens, tells your brain it's daytime, setting you up to wake at 2:00 a.m. So even if you fall asleep, your body's on alert. Sound's a factor, too. A study at a Pennsylvania university showed that people sleeping with steady noises, like a ticking clock, a rattling fan, or cars passing by, were 40% more likely to wake up than those in quiet rooms. And here's the thing. Some folks lose sleep for years because they don't realize their bed, lights, or sounds are the problem. After that night, Anna switched to a silent digital clock, got a softer yellow lamp, and hung thicker curtains to block the streetlights. With just those changes, she slept deeper, waking less. She said she had no idea the things she kept for sentimental reasons were keeping her up. If you're waking at night with no clear reason, take a look at your room. Maybe thicker curtains, a comfier pillow, or a quieter clock could make a difference. Your body's saying, "I don't need much, just a little calm." When you wake up in the middle of the night, once, twice, 3 times, nobody's judging you. But you might wonder what's going on with me. Some folks stay quiet, thinking it's just what happens when you get older. Others turn to sleeping pills to push through. And maybe you're looking for a gentler way to understand it all. You're not alone. And here's the important part. You're not wrong for wanting to sleep well, no matter how many years you've lived. We've walked through 8 reasons why older adults often wake up at night. Some are physical, when your liver, kidneys, or heart start dancing to a new tune. Some are mental, when thoughts you haven't worked through come knocking in the silence. Sometimes it's your habits, a lamp that's too bright, a pill you didn't think twice about, an old clock that's too loud. And sometimes it's just legs that won't stay still when the rest of you is ready to rest. These might seem like little things, but when you see them clearly, when you hear what your body's saying, you'll realize sleep hasn't left you. It's just waiting for you to find the right way back to it. Because for older adults, sleep isn't the effortless thing it was in your 20s. It's something you tend to, prepare for, get to know, and respect. When you learn to care for your sleep like you'd care for a garden, gently, day by day, with patience, it still blooms, and your nights turn peaceful. If you've made it this far, it shows you really care about your health and how you live. That's something to be proud of. Drop a comment if any of these reasons feel familiar. Or if you've found a way to sleep better, share it. Your idea could help someone else find their rest again. If this was helpful, hit subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up with us. We're not just here to share facts, we're here to walk with you, honestly, simply, kindly, through every long night and every bright morning. Here's to nights of deep sleep and mornings full of calm.